A contractor quoted me $2,000 for these built-in shelves.
And in the end, I was actually able to build them myself for under $100. So let me show you how I did that.
The first challenge was that the hole in the wall wasn't symmetrical.
But I think it's such a slight difference that we don't need to bother about that.
The difference was actually very minimal, so it was not an actual problem, and I was just going to be sanding them down until it fit. I started by making a plan with all the measurements so they could cut it properly at the store. And once we got there, it was time to choose what kind of wood we were going to be using. We were not really picky about it. We were debating to stain it at first, but then our apartment has a very light wood look, so I just wanted to go through with that. When it was actually the time to start building, I had to find the studs in the wall to make sure that those shelves were going to be solid, because the plan is to put a lot of books on them. So I started by figuring out where the screws were going to go in the wall. And once I figured it out, I made some holes with the drill bit just for finishing purposes, because I'm going to be adding some little pieces of wood to make it very polished and cute. After installing them to the wall, I added the little pieces of wood. I sanded it to make it even, and then I just repeated the process for the sides of the shelves. And so it was a moment of truth to see if the shelf was gonna fit, and it did. And so to finish, I just applied a piece of wood to the front to make them look thick, and that was it.